In my last video, I told you guys how you can use philosophy to help you die less in League of Legends. Well, today we're going to do some science. Specifically, we're going to be talking about the science of losing streaks and raging, why you go on losing streaks, how it happens, and more importantly, how you can prevent them. Going on tilt is a poker term for the same thing. What happens is you lose a game or two and it starts to get to your head. You start getting tense, you begin to rage, and you end up losing a lot of games in a row. So what exactly happens when you go on tilt? Well, it's all because of your brain. When your brain perceives a threat, it switches into a different state. Now this threat can be anything. It can be physical harm, or it could be you realizing that you might not reach gold rating by the end of the season. It can even just be the threat of losing 12 elo that you could have won. Your brain can't tell the difference though, and it reacts the same way regardless as to what the threat is. First, an event happens that causes you to feel threatened. Next, a part of your brain called the amygdala takes over and you get an emotional reaction, often anger or fear. Then, your amygdala tells your body how to react if it knows how. For instance, it knows that you should flinch when you're about to be hit by someone. And finally, you get an adrenaline rush, and whatever your amygdala tells you to do, well, you do it. Your amygdala is at the head of all this. It's a little almond-shaped group of nuclei that's part of your limbic system located here in the brain. Basically, this is the part of your brain that's responsible for emotional reactions, in most cases to threats. The amygdala takes over your brain when you feel threatened to help protect you. When your amygdala does this, it's also known as an amygdala hijacking. The amygdala hijacks the rational brain when it perceives a fight or flight situation. The whole reason behind it doing this is the emotional brain actually processes information milliseconds faster than the rational brain. The emotional brain gives us an immediate action plan without us having to think twice. The problem comes in when the amygdala takes over, but it's unaware of how to react. It's receiving information saying that we're under a threat, but it has no information on how to react to that threat. It's been protecting us for thousands of years from physical harm, so it knows that you should flinch when someone's about to hit you, but it doesn't know about getting gold rating right before the end of Season 2. When your amygdala is put into a situation where it's unaware of how to react, it often leads to a person acting irrationally and destructively, which brings us back to our topic of going on tilt. So let's look at how this happens in League of Legends. First, what happens is your teammate dies, or your red gets stolen, or you realize the enemy took dragon. Mistakes happen every game, and these mistakes are what set you on tilt. You rage and feel like you have a bad team every game because people make mistakes every single game. This causes you to feel threatened. You're threatened at the thought of losing more elo, so the amygdala takes over and gives you an emotional reaction of anger. In other words, it makes you rage. Next, your amygdala is supposed to give you a reaction to save you from this threat, but because it doesn't understand how to react to this threat, it malfunctions in a way, and you start acting irrationally and destructively. Your logical brain is shut down, you're filled with anger, your emotional brain has no idea what to do, and you're acting irrationally. No wonder you've lost 5 games in a row. So how can we stop this? Well, there are 2 things we can do. We can either prevent ourselves from going on tilt, or we can try and stop ourselves from being tilted in the middle of a losing streak. Stopping your tilt can be hard to do. My suggestion, take a 30-minute break, take a hot shower, splash your face with cold water, do some push-ups, whatever you can to help channel your anger and control your emotions. This is best done by just taking a long break and getting a good night's sleep. But if you really want to keep playing, controlling your emotions is the most important thing. Prevention is the best cure though, so how can we prevent this? Well, it's simple really, just don't care about winning. If you genuinely don't care whether you win or lose, losing a couple games or a little bit of elo won't cause you to feel threatened. If you don't attach great significance to one specific game, then your teammates' mistakes will be much less likely to throw you on tilt. Just playing the game out instead of raging, letting your emotions get the better of you, and going on tilt is nicer for everyone, you and your teammates. CivHD's How to Not Rage video has some serious significance here. If you can keep yourself from caring about each individual game and instead you start looking at your gaming career through a broader perspective, then you'll rage less, win more, and rarely go on losing streaks. Thanks for watching everyone. If you like this video and you're interested in more, feel free to subscribe. Good luck to everyone in Season 3 and have a wonderful day.